Okay, so here are my thoughts on the Malcolm in the Middle revival. Those 4 episodes, I was reluctant to even watch them because my first thought it was just another cash grab, just cashing in on millennial nostalgia and squeeze some more money out of it. And I decided to give it a try, and it was first of all really, really good. It was true. I should have left my windows closed, maybe. Um, True to the characters in a way that they haven't been stagnating. They didn't catch on where they left 20 years ago. It was really like how they could have plausibly evolved in the meantime, and even taking into account how the audience has evolved like, as well. And this was so really, really good because it makes perfect sense. Because the Wilkersons or the family, whatever their name is, they grew up in distress and anxiety. And at the core of it was almost always money. And poverty really was what was screwing them all up, what was screwing Malcolm's life up. Even he really had an opportunity. And it makes so much sense because Lois now is more mellow because she needn't take care of anything because her children are for the most part adults and more or less thriving in their own lives. Excuse me, gonna close that window. And it was so well reflected how attitudes in society have changed, how they've deliberately broken cliches about TV tropes and romanticizing and paid attention to how real people behave in their real relationships. And even though it was so over the top still, like the original series, it was still so relatable. Because Malcolm got to that point. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting their names already because I binge watched it one time and was part of out of it for a while. Malcolm got to the point where he had to accept, okay, now this is it. It's over. His wonderful girlfriend, his beautiful daughter, beautiful. No, his daughter, they would not talk to him again, or at least his girlfriend wouldn't. His daughter would resent him. And it really showed how mature he had become, that he realized, okay, this does hurt me, but only thing I can do is just leave her alone. And this is so true, and this is so painful because it it can and does happen. Even though the other person still likes you, even though you feel like you had no bad intentions, things can just go so wrong. And sometimes really have to accept, okay, the relationship is over and there will be no contact ever again. And this is among the hardest things I had to learn. And then, of course, for plot reasons, they come along again and they kidnap him. She shoves him into the car, his daughter, and his girlfriend ultimately reconnects with him. And then this scene where he got on stage and you could see where it was going pretty soon, that he would propose to his girlfriend, and I already knew she would say no, and it would be made clear that she wouldn't think any less of him, because this is a cliche that's already outdated. Because this is so tropey, like the marriage proposal in an unexpected setting, and you could see fairly soon where it was going. It was kind of predictable, but still did really resonate with me. And then my favorite moment was like really like Okay, first of all, even when Malcolm's daughter was texting with her crush or her acquaintance, and he wrote, "What are you wearing?" You could already tell where this was going. It was so predictable, and her reaction was so very true. And yeah, it was disgusting and painful and extremely plausible to us. But then, really, like my favorite part in the show, Lois commanding her, "Hey, you, don't watch your fucking phone. Talk to this weirdo over there." And she was so blunt, but at the same time, such a kind thing to do. And it really showed, okay, this is how life sometimes goes. You hang on, you are frustrated with something, but the illusion is literally next door or literally in front of you. And all she had to do is talk to this other boy, and then already Jamie got involved. And this was again playing into the awkwardness. Hey, would you like to become what could be a super cool friend group? And it was dorky and nerdy and kind of predictable, but you could just tell, okay, this would work for some bizarre reason. And then it did. So it was really, yeah, it's, I think my brain is really reviving because the original series, I liked it a lot, but it sometimes played heavy into cliches and tropes and what you would expect watching a TV show. And this is Malcolm's biggest flaw always, that he sometimes would not accept a no, or would not accept a rejection. And he could be really gross around women or girls in the earlier seasons. And the series really went out of his way to show how he had become more mature. But still, a part of me thinks when his girlfriend went no contact, that should have been it. That would have been what realistically would have happened. And then the over the top comedy kicks in again, and it's all reconnecting in the end. But it's just so wholesome, so enjoyable, thought provoking. 10 out of 10. End stream. Okay, there.